Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Dental Lovers. First of all, thank you all for always loving and supporting me. Today our topic is permanent maxillary first molar. So first of all we'll talk about the tooth number. According to the Palmer system, it is numbered as 6 on both the sides. According to the universal system, the right tooth is numbered as 3, whereas the left tooth is numbered as 14. According to the FDI system, the right tooth is numbered as 1/6, whereas the left tooth is numbered as 2/6. Now talking about the chronology of the tooth, the first evidence of calcification is seen at birth. The enamel got completed in 3 to 4 years of age. The eruption occurs in 6 years of age, therefore also known as 6-year molar. The root completed in 9 to 10 years of age. Now the various dimensions of this tooth are: the cervico-occlusal length of crown is 7.5 mm, the length of root buccal side pe it is 12 mm, and of lingual root it is 13 mm. The mesiodistal diameter of crown is 10 mm, and at cervix it is 8 mm. The labiolingual diameter of crown is 11 mm, and at cervix it is 10 mm. The curvature of cervical line mesially is 1 mm, whereas on the distal side it is 0. Now we'll talk about the buccal aspect of this tooth. First of all, we'll talk about the crown, which is roughly trapezoidal in shape. All the 4 cusps are seen from this aspect, but the major 2 are the mesiobuccal and the distobuccal cusp. They are well differentiated through a developmental groove, which is known as the buccal developmental groove. It slants occluso-apically. Now what does this term means? Means it moves in a one direction from the occlusal aspect towards the cervical line. And it is also parallel to the long axis of the distobuccal root. Cervical line from this aspect is smooth and very much convex in shape. All the 3 roots are seen from this aspect: the mesiobuccal root, distobuccal root, and the lingual root. And the bifurcation point from the cervical line is 4 mm. Now the lingual aspect. The crown contains 2 cusps from this aspect: the mesiolingual cusp, which is the largest, and the distolingual cusp, which is smooth and spheroidal in shape. Both are well differentiated through a developmental groove known as your lingual developmental groove. The cervical line in this region is smooth. 5th cusp can be seen on the mesiolingual surface of the mesiolingual cusp. All the roots are visible from this aspect, but the major root is the lingual root, which makes most of its part, and it's conical, blunty, and rounded at the apex. Now we'll talk about the mesial aspect. First of all, about the crown. The buccal outline is slightly convex. 2 cusps can be seen from this aspect. One is the mesiobuccal cusp, another one is the mesiolingual cusp. There is a presence of a mesial marginal ridge which dips towards the cervical line. Just below it, there is a presence of a purple area, which you can see here is a mesial contact area. The cervical line appears to be convex in shape. So here a green arrow is marked. This represents the crust of curvature, which we have discussed in the starting slide, which is 1 mm on the mesial side. So 2 roots can be seen from this aspect. One is the mesiobuccal root, which is broad and flattened on its mesial surface, and another one is the lingual root, which is longer, narrower, and appear to as banana shape from this aspect. The distobuccal root hides behind the mesiobuccal root. Now from the distal aspect, the crown tapers towards the distal side. There is a presence of 2 cusps which can be seen. One is the distobuccal cusp, another one is the distolingual cusp. The distal marginal ridge dips more towards the cervical line, so even the triangular ridges can also be seen. There is a distal contact area just below it. The cervical line is almost straight. all the three roots is seen from this aspect, and the retrobuccal root is very much narrow at its base. Here the bifurcation area is more apical than the other areas of the tooth, and it is also 5 mm or even more below the cervical line. Now talking about the most important aspect of this tooth, that is the occlusal aspect. It is somewhat rhomboidal in shape. While comparing it with the occlusal aspect of the mandibular first molar, in that tooth it was broader mesiodistally, whereas in the maxillary first molar it is broader buccolingually. And also the mesial side is wider than the distal side, or we can say that this tooth tapers towards the distal side. Mainly 4 major cusps are present. So the largest one is the mesiolingual cusp, followed by the mesiobuccal cusp, distobuccal cusp, the distolingual cusp, and the smallest one is the cusp of Carabelli, or the 5th cusp, which is present on the mesiolingual aspect of the mesiolingual cusp. 4 fossa are present. 2 are the major, 2 are the minor. The 2 major are the central fossa, which is triangular, a concave depression and present mesially to the oblique ridge, and the distal fossa, which is present distally to the oblique ridge. 2 minor fossas are the mesial triangular fossa and the distal triangular fossa, present adjacent to their marginal ridges. Then the most important and the unique feature of this tooth is the oblique ridge, which passes obliquely across its surface. It is formed by the union of the triangular ridge of distobuccal cusp and the distal ridge of the mesiolingual cusp. There are also presence of some developmental grooves, the central developmental groove, the buccal developmental groove, and lingual developmental groove. Thank you friends for watching my video. Do like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel, and please let me know in the comment section below if you want any topic of your choice. Thank you once again.